Welcome to the 2020 Winter MESPYs, a celebration of our winter teams, athletes, and coaches. And now, here's our first host, Rick Hendrickson, Director of Athletics at Mercersburg Academy.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope that you are all healthy and safe. Mercersburg's ultimate goal in athletics is to offer a transformational experience. And I think that our coaches, our athletes, our fans, and other supporters of Mercersburg Athletics did a great job of that this year. Let's take a look at how the Storm surged through the 2019-2020 winter season.
Get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, body boy, plus way back. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
The mountaintop, walk on water. I got power, feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike for you. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No fear, go to sleep in the lion's den. That glow, that spark, that crown. You're looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. 100 miles gunning from the pitcher's mouth. Straight game face, it's game day. See me running through the crowd, feeling melee. No trick plays, I'm Bill Gates. Take a genius to understand me.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling. Get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
And now let's turn it over to our coaches who have the special team awards for each sport. First up, Coach Sean Crocker.
Thanks, Coach Hendrickson. Hope everyone's doing well and staying healthy and safe. For boys basketball this year, our most improved athlete was Chris Watson. Chris really improved as a leader and as a point guard this year by limiting his turnovers and improving his aggressiveness on the court at all times. Our most outstanding contributions award winner this year was A.J. Gray. A.J. Gray brought energy and effort to every game he played in and had a knack for making big plays in big games. Our final award is the John Prevost Class of 54 Basketball Award. Established by his coach in memory of John A. Prevost, Class of 54, this award is awarded to the player who has most helped the boys basketball team by example of unselfish play, community spirit, leadership, and the excellence of his contributions. This year, Quentin Metcalf wins this award. Quentin led our team on defense and was also seen picking up water bottles or running to get something we needed for practice. Q was not afraid to do the little things that mattered on and off the court. Congratulations to all three of our winners, and let's throw it over to Coach Sipes with girls basketball. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Coach Crocker. Mr. Henderson, thank you for hosting this evening. And now for the awards for girls varsity basketball. First of all, let's do the most improved award. It goes to a young lady who had a difficult start to the season, was clearly frustrated, and was coming off some nagging injuries, didn't have a good start to the year. She ended up the last 5 games leading our team in assist to turnover ratio, and also shot 70% from the line in those last 5 games. And finally, in the last 5 games, her plus minus was plus 36, which was 14 higher than the next nearest person. And that award goes to Rain Scott. Good job, Rain. You can come up wherever you are, get your award, and take it with you. And now for the most outstanding player, that goes to a young lady who led the team in rebounding, steals, deflections, and tied for the lead in scoring. And more importantly, on our post-game surveys, the most responded answer to the player I wish I was more like, that is Ava Hull. Good job, Ava. Come up and receive your award and whatnot. And now I pass the award ceremony off to Coach Smith of diving.
Thanks, Coach Sipes. Our Most Improved Athlete Award goes to Olivia Short. Despite it being her first year as a diver and battling injury throughout the season, she learned 11 dives and made it to Easterns. Our Most Outstanding Contribution Award goes to Maggie Betkowski. As co-captain of the team with Sapley Kerwin, Maggie was a true leader throughout the season. She was one of our top scoring divers at every meet, and she led the team at Easterns. Now on to Coach Neufeld.
Thanks, Coach Smith. And now for the boys swimming awards. The Tom Wolf Class of 85 Award to the male swimmer who has shown the most improvement over the season and came in as a 9th grader and did a great job scoring points at Easterns and works hard every day and dropped a lot of time. And that award goes to Mason Green. The second boys swimming award is the Harrison S. Glancy Class of 24 Award, awarded to the male who has made the most outstanding contributions to the boys swim team. And this is someone that contributes both in the pool, scoring points, scored at Easterns in 2 events, and is a great teammate to be around and member of the team. And that award goes to Andrew Ewan.
Now for girls awards. The first award is for our most improved swimmer. This is somebody who's done it not just over the course of this year, but over the course of an entire 4-year career. Very happy to award this to Erica Eichelberger. And the other one is Niedhofer Swimming Award, awarded to the swimmer who has made the most outstanding contributions to the girls swim team. This is a swimmer who brings it every day. Never a question about performance. When it comes to crunch time, we can count on her to do whatever we need. And this goes to Kirsten Donnelly.
All right, and the last 2 awards for the swimming side, the Thomas Hartz Class of 72 Award, given in honor of Thomas Hartz for dedication, enthusiasm, and perseverance. Spent a lot of the season injured, could have given up, but was enthusiastic and persevered all the way through that while being a great teammate, dedicated to the sport, dedicated to his teammates, dedicated to Mercersburg and Mercersburg swimming, and that's Will Maurer. And our last award is the Bruce F. Vanderveer Award, awarded to the member of the swimming squad who exerts the greatest influence on his or her teammates, And this is a guy who comes in every day and does it right, even when nobody's looking, is a role model who sets the bar high for himself and his teammates, both in the classroom and in the pool. And that award goes to Jack Cathari. So that's it for swimming. And now to Coach David Grady.
Thank you, Coach Neufeld. For indoor track and field, on the girls' side, most improved. This goes to an athlete who worked hard to improve herself, and in doing so, helped her teammates to improve. A great contributor to our team, always willing to try different events, to do multiple events, to step in where she's needed. She's been doing this for 4 years. The coaches all acknowledged her great improvement on this team and all of her contributions. Chioma Operaji. Our most outstanding on the girls' side is one of our distance runners, hard worker in practice, ran some great workouts that transferred into being very competitive in her racing. PESA champ in the 3,200 meters, Maple champ in the 1,600 meters. She ranks number 2 all-time in school history in both of those events. Truly outstanding this season, Addie Geithner. On the boys' side, this guy started high jumping a year ago indoors, saw some nice improvement. This year, that improvement skyrocketed. He went on to place second in the PESA meet, second in the Maple meet, tied the school record at 6 feet in the high jump. Great improvement, Prithvi Koda. Most outstanding boy. This guy did an outstanding job, won most of the hurdle races he was in this season. PESA champ, 55-meter hurdles. Maple champ, 55-meter hurdles. Qualified for the state meet that includes all the public and private schools at State College. School record holder, 55-meter hurdles and 60-meter hurdles. Also a member of the 4x400 meter relay team that set the school record this season indoors. Truly outstanding, a fierce competitor, outstanding season, great job, James Colwell. And now to Ryan Tyree with squash.
Thank you, Coach Grady. Now for the squash awards for this season. Starting out on the boys' side, we have the Thomas Flanagan Award to the player with the most outstanding contributions to the team. This year goes to Andrew Forrester. This is a guy who had not played competitive squash before and managed to find his way onto the varsity ladder and just kept climbing all season long. He ended up with the highest win percentage on the team. So congratulations, Andrew. This year, the most improved goes to Danny Adesepoku, coming up from the freshman ranks. This guy started out the season injured. For the first 2-3 weeks, he couldn't even play and just kept climbing and climbing all season long. For the last 2-3 weeks, he was able to make his way onto the varsity ladder and even play in several matches. So congratulations, Danny. Next up, for the girls' side, we have the Thomas Flanagan Most Outstanding Contributions going to Coco Sandhu. Coco occupied the top position on the ladder all season long, and night and day, she worked really, really hard. An outstanding performer. Congratulations, Coco. Finally, the most improved this year goes to Ellie Liu. Ellie is a kid who I would see in the off season, in the fall. She'd be on court. She'd be on the court during the season on Sundays, and just kept making outstanding improvement all season long. We're really proud of that. So congratulations, Ellie. That's it for squash. We're going to pass things over to Coach Jacqueline.
Thank you, Coach Tyree. And seeing how we're almost at the end of our program, I think it's time we get serious. And now for the wrestling awards. The first award is the Most Improved Athlete, awarded to Robert Sellery. Robert didn't realize he had wrestling in his blood before he made the move from fencing to wrestling this year. But during his last match of the season at the state tournament, we all were able to see the wrestling in his blood as he left a pint of it on the mat before he left. The Most Outstanding Contributions Award is awarded to the Mercersburg wrestler who has made the most outstanding contributions to the team. This year it's awarded to Aurelius Dunbar. Aurelius definitely earned everything he accomplished this season. He finished this season having earned more team points in a single season than any other wrestler since Bobby Berg in 2010. The Ronald D. Tebben Coaches Leadership Award is awarded annually by the coaches in recognition of the student who most embodies the highest characteristics of a Mercersburg wrestler and the Mercersburg Wrestling program. This year is awarded to Diego Morgan. Diego was a masterful leader who helped shape 17 ninth graders and 12 10th graders into a successful and confident team. Diego kept our family together this season during all of our growing pains. Thank you, and back to you, Coach Hendrickson.
And now for the MESPYs, created to highlight and celebrate our efforts and accomplishments each season. Athletes, teams, plays, and contests are nominated by coaches and others. Then our MESPY selection committee makes selections. As with every season, nominations from this winter brought much debate and discussion. Please welcome our first presenter, Mr. Andrew Myers.
Everyone, Mr. Myers here with my good friend, the Quarantine Beard, and we're here to present the Breakthrough Athletes of the Year for the winter season. The Breakthrough Athlete Awards recognize athletes who emerge as a significant contributor for a team. In some cases, they may be new to the sport, and in other instances, they make a leap from one level to the next in performance. Up first, the nominees for Male Breakthrough Athletes of the Year. First, Teddy Blake, boys swimming. Teddy consistently competed at high levels against older competition. He capped this season with a 10th place finish at Easterns, and he was the only 9th grader in the top 16 of his event. Next, we have Chris Watson, boys basketball. Chris stepped into the point guard position, starting and playing 25 plus minutes in every game of the year, showing poise in pressure situations and hitting some big late shots and clutch free throws in key contests, including the state tournament first round victory over Friends Central. Third, we have Alex Forrester, wrestling. A 9th grader, Alex won 22 matches, led the team in pins with 16, and qualified for the national prep tournament, where he scored a pin in the second round. Lastly, Prithvi Kota, indoor track and field. Prithvi started high jumping last year, and he was not even in the top 10 all-time school rankings at the start of the season. But by the end of this season, he had tied the school record of 6 feet and placed second at both the Maple Championships and the Pace State meet. And the Male Breakthrough Athlete of the Year MESPY goes to Chris Watson, boys basketball. Congratulations, Chris.
Hello, this is Chris here checking in with you guys. I just want to say that I'm truly grateful to receive this award, and I couldn't have done it without my coaches helping me throughout the way this season. And I'd say the thing that helped me receive this award would be me just being, as the point guard, looking to create for others and to put them in positions where they can succeed and do what they do best. Thank you.
And now, our nominees for Female Breakthrough Athlete of the Year are, first, Zarina Zorho, girls basketball. Zarina, who had never played on an organized team before, was the point guard and led the JV girls team in scoring, steals, and field goal percentage. Next, we have Jade Mathias, girls swimming. Jade, who also runs cross country in the fall, culminated her season with an excellent performance in 3 A finals and also won a B final at Easterns. Third, Hannah King, indoor track and field. A newcomer to both high jumping and hurdling, Hannah broke a 10-year school record in the high jump and ran the 6th fastest time in school history in the 55-meter hurdles. She placed at both the Maple Championships and the Pace State meet. Lastly, Greta Lawler, girls squash. Greta was the only 9th grader to make the top 7 varsity ladder this season, where she earned 9 victories on the year, including wins over rivals Blair and Hill. And the Female Breakthrough Athlete of the Year MESPY goes to Hannah King, girls indoor track and field. Congratulations, Hannah.
Thank you very much, especially to Coach Cunningham and Skip, who always supported me and gave me the confidence to move forward, even when I was frustrated. I couldn't have done it without you.
I would personally just like to thank all athletes for your contributions for this year in athletics. I can't wait to have everyone back for new seasons next year. And thank you to all seniors who will be moving on. It's been a great time working with all of you, either for 4 years or 1 year. Come back and visit. And now, passing it over to Miss Hoffman for the next MESPY award.
Thank you, Andrew, and congratulations to Chris and Hannah on winning Breakthrough Athletes of the Year. Andrew, I think it might be time to trim up that beard. Hi, everyone. I am honored today to present to you Best Performances of the Year for the 2019-2020 Winter MESPYs. The best performance recognizes athletes, most often on the varsity level, for an outstanding performance at the highest level of competition. Our nominees for Performance of the Year by a female athlete are Ava Hall, girls varsity basketball. A consistent force all season, Ava takes control of the M Cup game versus Madeira, scoring 12 points, posting 13 rebounds, and grabbing 8 steals to key Mercersburg 44-32 victory. Coco Sandu, girls varsity squash. And perhaps her best performance of the season, Coco overcomes a 2-1 deficit to defeat Episcopal High School's #1 player, outscoring her opponent 11-6 in the 5th and deciding game with 5 straight points. Grace Lewis, girls indoor track and field. Against the best the Maple has to offer, Grace lowers her own school record with an outstanding leap of 33 feet, 10 3/4 inches in the triple jump. That's far. Addie Geithner, girls indoor track and field. Addie becomes not a 1, but a 2-time All-Maple indoor distance race champion by breaking away from the field to win the 1,600 meters by 10 seconds. You ready? And the best performance by a female athlete award goes to Ava Hall.
Thank you for this award. I would like to say a special thank you to Coach Sipes, and even more so to my team. I couldn't have done anything without them, and the season wouldn't have been the same with any other team. I love and miss you guys.
And now our nominees for Performance of the Year by a male athlete. James Caldwell, boys indoor track and field. James runs the 13th fastest time in the 60-meter hurdles in Pennsylvania's indoor season at the state championship meet, breaking his own school record for the 3rd time. Quentin Metcalf, boys varsity basketball. Quentin scores 15 points, grabs 16 rebounds, and goes big with 6 block shots in Mercersburg 53-46 Maple tournament victory over the Hun School, propelling the Storm to the league semifinals. Jake Everett, boys swimming. Jake sets a new standard at the Eastern Swimming Championships, breaking school records in not only the 50-yard freestyle, but also the 100-yard freestyle, while finishing 3rd in each event. The 2 records were both 35 years old. Aurelius Dunbar, wrestling. Aurelius battles his way to 4th place at 160 pounds at the National Prep Tournament, in a bracket that features 5 nationally ranked wrestlers. He becomes only the 4th Mercersburg wrestler to place 3 times in the 85-year history of the event. And the best performance by a male athlete award goes to Aurelius Dunbar.
Everyone. My name is Aurelius Dunbar, and I'd like to start by saying thank you, as well as expressing how honored I am to receive this award. I'd say what has attributed to my success as a student athlete thus far has just been simply showing up every day, giving my best effort, as well as with the intentions of getting better every day. And with that being said, I hope that you're all doing well, staying safe, and I will see you all later.
Rick, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this special evening. And now, to our next presenter. He's tall, he's bald, and he loves Diet Pepsi. I now present to you Mr. Paul G. Sipes.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, have a seat. Everybody sit down. Thank you very much. Ms. Hoffman, that was a lovely introduction. Mr. Hendrickson, thank you for being part of this evening. I appreciate your hard work. The next two awards are always the two most difficult for our selection committee to determine. Judging the best contest and choosing a play of the year for the winter season brought on long and sometimes heated debate, as they should. Comparing an incredible shot in basketball to an incredible shot in squash a lot of times feels like we're comparing apples to oranges. Nonetheless, we've worked our way through some great performances and plays to bring you this year's nominees. First, varsity boys squash and their defeat of University School of Ohio 4-3 in the semifinals to send Mercersburg to the U.S. Squash Tournament Divisional Championship. Our second nominee is girls JV basketball, who rallied to defeat Maria Goretti 26-25 in their first home game, taking a 1-point lead in the final 20 seconds and hanging on by the skin of their teeth thanks to some rough defense. Our third nominee, boys varsity basketball, their come from behind victory over Phelps School. They erased a 9-point deficit with a 23-2 fourth quarter, including a 16-2 run in the final 3 minutes. They secured a 58-46 victory over Phelps and completed a perfect weekend at the Stuff the Basket tournament. And finally, boys and girls swimming at home, first ever meet in the new pool. They host Maple rival Hill, and the girls team defeats the Blues 109-75, and the boys team has a similarly convincing victory, defeating Hill 110-59. So great start to the new pool. All right, can I get the envelope, please? All right, the envelope says the winner for the winter season contest of the year is boys varsity basketball and their comeback against Phelps. Congratulations on that. All right, now we're going to look at the play of the year for the winter season. This selection is based on excitement, impact, and sometimes the "that just happened" effect. There was one play that was submitted by 3 separate coaches, including one who didn't even coach that sport. So that made choosing the play of the year a little bit easier on the committee. So, folks, the play of the year for the winter season is Gray to Metcalf for the shot that ties the game to put us in overtime at the buzzer at Blair Academy. Watch this.
And the objective of the play is to essentially just get a Hail Mary pass and be able to lob the ball up. So I'm supposed to start out of bounds and pass it to Quentin. Quentin's supposed to throw it as hard as he can at the basket and maybe able to catch it and just be able to throw it up and lay it in. So we run the play, and Blair, I think, knew what was coming because they would have tipped the pass that Quentin threw to me. And as they tipped it, I'm just thinking, like, I have to get a shot off somehow. There's 2 seconds left. So I just grab it and chuck it up. And by the grace of God, it was able to go in.
How about that? That was exciting. So we're going to go ahead now, and that's enough. We're going to go ahead now and, we're going to get you back to Mr. Hendrickson. Just for all you seniors out there, hearts with you about missing your spring, but I was glad I had you for the winter and got to watch all of you do your stuff over the winter. It's great entertainment for me. And I'm proud to have known you guys and be watching you. All right. Back to you, Mr. Hendrickson.
I have the honor and the privilege to present the final two awards this evening. The first is the Athletic Leadership Award, which is presented to the student athlete who exemplifies the core principles of Mercersburg athletes, serving as a model for their peers, as a standard for commitment, work ethic, and accountability. The recipient from the winter athletic season is actually a model of the multi-sport athlete, excelling in soccer, wrestling, and lacrosse. He is also a three-sport captain as a senior, a testament to how his teammates and his coaches view his leadership. Congratulations to the Athlete Leadership Award recipient, Diego Morgan.
Thank you, Mercersburg Athletics, for giving me this award. I'd like to dedicate this to all the teammates and coaches that I've had over the years that have helped me become the person that I am today. Thank you.
Our final award shifts to those who guide and influence our student athletes. The Excellence in Coaching Award is presented each season to a coach who exemplifies those core principles of Mercersburg athletics, serving as a transformational influence in the lives of young people and as a positive contributing colleague among his coaching or her coaching peers. This coach has literally coached all seasons, all levels, and all genders. He's dedicated himself to providing challenging and fulfilling experiences for countless student athletes over literally decades. He is a constant student of what his peers do to be better coaches. He volunteers beyond his assigned coaching positions, and he serves our athletic endeavors in the entire school community with a selfless mindset that is a model for us all. It's my distinct pleasure to present the Excellence in Coaching Award to Mr. Jim Malone.
The most fulfilling thing about coaching for me is seeing the look of satisfaction on the faces of our players after a hard-earned victory against a quality opponent when all of their hard work and sacrifices paid off.
And we're going to call that a wrap. Thanks to all of you again for attending our first virtual MESPYs. Again, stay healthy, stay safe, and give of yourself to others if you can in these challenging times. We are One Storm.
And that wraps up the 2020 Winter MESPYs, brought to you by the Mercersburg Athletic Department and the Office of Strategic Marketing and Communications. Congratulations to all our winter sport athletes and coaches. Thanks for joining us, and good night.